And you're watching Old School Gamer Live. Boom shakalaka.
What's going on, guys? It's Gunther, no quarter of Old School Gamer Live. I get to do the big characters. I can show comedy. We knew we had a hit, you know.
All the suits upstairs are convinced that Mortal Kombat is going to be a huge flop.
NBA Jam was fairly simple. The players roster took most of the time to record Stockton, Pippen.
And you have something that was hell on the top, and you have one of two ways to bounce, right?
Some of the ones that we're going to make next are integrating digital marketing.
I believe well over 600 world records that are held through Arcade. So
I was playing the first 20 streams of Pac-Man pretty darn well.
The people who will judge you are not qualified to judge you.
Arguably because I played so much Java, I found all the really fast places to play it.
Well, I've designed almost 5,000 trading cards.
Welcome, all my old school gaming companions. I hope you guys are doing awesome out there tonight. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Old School Gamer Live. As you see, we got our, the industry friend, Rob BERK, with us tonight. I am so excited to talk to him. It's going to be a blast. He has done so much stuff, and we're going to get to it. But before that, we got a little bit of latest news. We're going to have, we're not going to do our little Guess the Game tonight because I did not have time, but we're going to do some news. We are going to talk about the tour. After we talk to Rob, we're going to have Rob then on our Friends of Old School Gamer segment. And then after that, we will go to our Pinball Corner. After that, we have Weekly Tournament Roundup. And then we will slide on down and see what our hold on a minute. Then we have our Challenge Chase Triple Threat. Our challenge battle after that. If you have challenges you want to send me, send them over to AntStream right now, and I will take them on live during the show. Then we're going to end the show, as always, with our pals over at Retro World Series. Wait till you see this one. It is an epic battle for the ages. What's going on, guys? It's your pal No Quarter. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me. I hope you like and subscribe. Let me scroll all the way up here to the QR code. Like, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff. The stuff that's over my head at this point. You know, all the social media stuff. I'm getting too old, guys. I don't know how to run any of it anymore. This Discord, like, I got it. It's like a big forum, but I don't know what I'm even doing. I don't know how to access the private rooms and all this stuff, like the Polycade stuff. I'm trying to figure out Polycade information. I have 2 rooms in there, welcome and friend or something like this. There's no information. So it's like, I don't know what's going on. So whatever. If you know what's going on with Polycade, let me know. It'd be awesome to know. Moving on to latest news. Let's check out what's going on in the old school gamer world. There's an awesome new article on oldschoolgamer.com about the Atari 50th edition dropping 39 new games. So go get in on that. I don't know if you already have the game, if they're added to it. You guys know that? It might even be in the article, actually. So go check out the article. Looks like we got some people hanging out with us tonight. I see we got our usual suspects. We got Kev Bot. What's up, man? We got DK Mikey. Good to see him. The boys from the Arcade High Score Challenge Club. We got Andy. We got Sacro. We got Mitchell. We got Todd. Good to see you, man. We got Herbs. How are you, man? Thank you so much for stopping in. We got Mulry. Thank you so much. We got High Scores on tap. What up? Greg. All right, cool. Very cool. Where's Greg at? There, here he is. Hiding in the corners, like always. You can always find Greg waiting to pounce on a high score somewhere. Let's see what KevBot says. DK Mike can have met Rob Burke. Real nice guy. Well, from what I can tell, he's a very nice guy. I've been talking to him for a little bit, and seems to be everybody's best friend, to be honest. Because everybody I've talked to is very excited to see this interview. So I'm excited about it as well. I wanted Atari for Facebook tournaments. That would be really, really, really sweet. But anyway, go check out more about the Atari 50 Expanded Edition on Old School Gamer magazine. On top of that, our pal Todd, who's in here tonight, has written a really sweet article about something called the Super Sega. Now, this is something impressive. One console that plays every Sega game. So every cartridge, every disc. I mean, this is something special. You need to go check that out, oldschoolgamer.com. The article is right there, and it goes in depth, too. So go check that out. On top of that, new game has dropped today, guys. Neo Sprint. I've hinted towards this in the past, but it finally has dropped. This thing is going to be a banger. Check it out. So there you go. I am excited for that one. Somewhere I read it said that it was a VCS exclusive, but then I also saw that it's for Switch and PlayStation and everything else. So whatever. So I'm going to get it on the VCS because it has those. I got the paddle controller that has the spinner on it. So I'm waiting for a game that would utilize that, and this surely will utilize that. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. And if it has some sort of multiplayer, hopefully it's cross-platform. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Where can you see the Old School Gamer bros at? Well, all over the place. But very next time you can see us is in July at 19th through the 21st. The Classic Game Fest down in Austin. This is one to hit. I am telling you. I say it every show, and I'm not kidding. It is really one of the coolest shows. I've been doing quite a few of these things, and they really do a good job at this one. So if there's one that you're going to hit in the year, this is one to hit for sure. After this, you can find us at the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, August 9th. Then you can find us at Retro World Expo in Hartford, Connecticut there, in August 23rd. And then at the VCF, something that everybody tells me I need to go to, the Vintage Computer Festival. I hear that this is just so cool. I wish I had more time. Todd says he loves that show. Yeah. Well, he loves them all. We all do, right? All right. Rob has not popped back yet. He was in earlier, and Rob's laptop died on him, so he's on his phone, and he's left the room. So let's move on down. We'll give him some time. We're going to move on down to our pinball corner here. Speaking of Rob, I want to show you guys something. All right. So a lot of the games that we play on here, Rob has live at Pastimes Arcade. Check it out. I looked at some of the pictures on his site. Look at what we got right here. Locomotive, whatever it is. I can't read it. My eyes are going. But we just played that one. We just did that game like 2 weeks ago in one of the challenges. Here's another one. You see which one it is? Pinball Wizard, I think. My eyes. Pinball Champ. We just did that one. I can barely see the graphics of it. But I know we just did that one on a challenge. How cool is that? Then on top of that, he has a whole row of these upright or combo pinball video arcade games. And that Varcon on the left, that's an upright pinball table, if I'm correct. If KevBot and Michael's in here still, I think they've been there and they've probably even played that. What do you say, KevBot? I think he's running a little late. No, he was here earlier. There's something happened with his phone or something, because he was just in here. But it's all right. We'll give him some time. I'm sure he'll be back. Rachel, what's up? Good to see you. Our pal from Retro Game Fun. We got our pal Six. What's up, dude? All right. So anyway, yeah, Pastimes is really an amazing looking place. Well, I gotta go. I'm definitely gonna talk to him about that. All right, let's move on down to Pinball Corner. Give Rob a little bit of time. Haven't seen the Baby Pac-Man in forever. Man, I love that game. I've seen quite a few Baby Pac-Man, but they've never been working. That's the only problem with those things, man. I love those games, but man, they're so tough to keep running. Apparently, I've never owned ones, but man, they're so rare to see one working properly. All right. Last week, we played Woods Queen 2019, and I got spanked. I didn't even make the board. I think I played this thing once. I have been slammed. We brought on a new master distributor at work, and I've just been slammed working on price sheets and all kinds of crap. So I haven't had a lot of time for the show here. Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry. Haven't been able to play the games. But Sacro has. Look at him. 339 million points. And then Greg, look at him, cowering at 334. What a sad sack. Look at that. That's all he could pull off is 334 million. Oh, look at that. Sacro easily took that one. Last week, we played Secrets of the Deep on FX. And here's what the board looked like. Sacro on top with 16 million. I'm telling you, this boy, he is really doing something here. He is really playing these games like an absolute champ. We need to harness these skills. We need to get him in the IFPA. We need to start making some money off this slout. That's all there is to it. Unbelievable. This week, we're playing aerobatics on At Games Legends Family. So get in on that one. All you got to do is play it and submit your score to the boards, the online boards, and check the weekly board, and you can see what we use as our scoreboard. It works perfect, quite frankly. I love their system. If it worked all the time, that would be awesome. But now that it works, use it. On FX this week, we're doing ET, doing a one ball challenge. The code on that is 62KN. It ends July 3rd. And next week, I don't know what I'm going to do next week for the show. I know we got a bunch of people coming over next week, so I probably won't be able to do a show, but we will come up with some sort of challenge, 4th of July challenge or something. We'll come up with something during the week. So don't fret on that. Our pal Greg has a Fantastic Four challenge going on here. His code on Pinball FX, his code is 3FYC, and I sure hope that QR code is big enough to scan, because he wants you to use the iScored system that he has in place. So if that doesn't work, then we can get you the code in other ways. And I think he has it posted on Facebook as well. But there you go. Look for the Fantastic Four challenge on Pinball FX, hosted by our pal Greg. MCAP has a new challenge as well on FX. FX is it. FX is it. I can't wait to get this, man. Man, that Polly K can't show up soon enough. MCAP's challenge of the week is the Machine Bride of Pinball. I got to see this one in person up at Galloping Ghost, actually. What a cool pinball table. Absolutely awesome. So there you go. That's the MCAP challenge. We're going to roll on down. Hold on, we got a lot of comments here. What's going on? Sacro's in. Uh-oh. That's not good news. That is not good news. KevBot, computer froze, but yes, I have played most of Pastimes games. I'm sure you have. You probably wore them out, haven't you? I'm going to have to send you a bill. All right, Mr. Jer. Yeah, it's not going to be good with Mr. Jer playing. Because that boy, he loves to live on top. So Sacro's probably, yeah, see, Sacro's scared now. Let's talk Video Game Summit one of the weeks down the road. Yeah, Video Game Summit. We need to get Todd on to talk about Video Game Summit. Speaking of that, during Pinball Expo, Video Game Summit, I guess, has teamed up, right, Todd? Pinball Expo and Video Game Summit have teamed up at the same time here and putting on a massive event. Not just pinball now, but it's also pinball and video games and all kinds of stuff. We need to have Todd on to discuss what's going on this year. So maybe in 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks we can do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, Todd. We'll bring him on to talk about that. Well, yeah, big stuff going on Pinball Expo, Video Game Summit. I wish Old School Gamer had some presence there. I don't know. I guess it kind of do with Todd being there, huh? We need to add that to the tour calendar. That needs to be slapped on there. Let's get Todd. Let's get Ryan to slap that on the calendar, on the website. Let's get that updated, because I think you being there and all this stuff, I think that registers as us being there as well. So I think we definitely need to get that updated. All right, we got Rob. He popped in on us. All right, let's go ahead and introduce our pal Rob BERK. It's so good to see him. So good to have him on the show. Hey man, how are you?
I'm just pressing the buttons and I see enter here, so I figured I better enter.
Well, I appreciate you doing that.
Otherwise, I would never get on the air.
I was worried you bailed on me. I was like, oh, you didn't think I was important enough.
We're in trouble, yeah.
Well, anyway, man. So let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about the Pinball Expo. That's coming up in a couple of months. I got a graphic here. Teamed up with Video Game Summit. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I'd known Todd Freeman for several years, and the more I met him, the more I thought that maybe there would be a connection between the two of us. And I knew that he had done his show for several years. So I asked him, I said, how do you feel about, joining forces with Expo? And, he was open to the idea. What helped is my son is a real video guru. He loves to collect the Nintendo and GameCube and the whole bit. So I figured, with him taking on the reins one of these days, it could be a dream come true for him to have both shows merged together.
Nice. The Pinball Expo, how has it grown? And how many years have you been doing it now? 40 years, right?
Yeah, this is, even for me, it's hard to believe. 40 years.
That's unbelievable.
The first year I did this show, it was only for one reason, to honor my my heroes who were the designers and the artists of these pinball machines. So after I did it, I said to myself, that's it, I'm done, one and done. And about 6 months into the following year, I started getting phone calls. This is before the internet, guys. And people were saying, hey, when's the next show? I said, well, there is no next show. Oh, man, you got to. This is too much fun. All right, I'll do one more. Well, now this is number 40, so it never ended.
So popularity forced you to keep doing it, huh?
Well, you have to have a lot of passion for the industry and enjoy the people and enjoy machines. So I've always been a collector of pinball machines. And, the last couple of years, I just realized that maybe I have a problem because I keep collecting them. And what's so crazy is we had a 1-year anniversary of Pastimes, which is the arcade I just decided to put together just as a place to put my machines.
Yeah, just a place to store them. That's hilarious.
So we got about 600 games there now, and all running, all working. And we have the news there. The news is interviewing me, and next thing you know, they shut the cameras off. So I think, okay, we're done. And my daughter talks to the broadcasters. Hey, man, I want you to. I want to tell you something. So next thing I know, she hands me a package, and I open it up, and here is a certificate from the Guinness Book of Records for the largest collection of pinball machines, which is at the time was 1,040. Now we're about 1,090. I'm still buying them, guys. It's crazy.
That is hilarious, man. I can't believe. So what are you doing? How do you keep them all working? First of all, you must have an army of people that just work on these all day long.
Yeah, I do. We have 6 guys. 2 guys that specialize in the solid state, and then the other 4 are just the general EM games.
You better keep those guys in a tube. And a tube and wrapped in golden blankets. Those guys are so hard to find. Wow.
You're telling me. So, we're open Thursday through Sunday, and then Monday morning the guys start coming in, and away they go. Now you got to realize that Pastimes Arcade it's about 450 of the pinball machines and about 200 of the arcade games. But there's certain areas of that arcade which to me is special, and that is I always collected pinball machines, and I realized I was becoming a completist. So if I collected a certain brand, and this is the aisle I wanted to talk to you guys about. All these games in this aisle were made in either Spain or Italy. And I started buying one game and then another and then another. And it's so crazy because what happened was several years ago, I got an email from a guy from Spain, and he asked a question about Pinball Expo. And it just so happened we were going to Spain later on that year. So I said, hey, I never really had a pen pal or any friends from Spain. Can we hook up when I come to Barcelona? He said, sure. He spoke English great. So he said, yeah, come on down. So we hooked up in Spain. And he said, I want to take you a friend of mine's got a very large collection of pinball machines here in Spain.
Uh-oh.
Said, okay. So, I'm thinking the usual, American games. So we get to this guy's place, and my mouth dropped because every game there, every one of them were games made for the Spanish market and the Italian market, titles I'd never heard of in my life.
Wow.
Well, I lost my mind. Well, first of all, I said, are these games for sale? No. But I fell in love with these games because they were so fun. The titles were different. The artwork was different. The designs were unique and not unlike anything we had in America. So I started collecting games made in Spain. And what happened was there was a time period where you couldn't export pinball machines from the States into Spain. So they opened up their own industry, like a cottage industry. And they have designers and artists that we never heard of in America. But anyways, I ended up buying one container of games. There was about 45 Spanish games. Well, the majority of them are on the floor now. And I just was so enthralled by them. I said, you know what, I'm going to get another load. So I brought in another 45 games from Spain. Well, there's a third load coming in, only this time it's 20. But I've pretty much covered all the different games I want. But this is one thing unique about Pastimes Arcade, is the incredible selection of games you don't see anywhere else. I picked up a game by Grand Products called Bullseye 301. It was a very short run game. I have a game by Whiteco called Aftar. Again, these aren't the greatest games, but they represent the history of pinball. And I'm still looking for the oddball games.
The Varcon.
Yeah, Varcon you don't see every day.
That's upright pinball, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
And just the whole row there is just full of unique games. The hybrid games, half pinball, half video. I have all those. I have Orbiter 1. And one of the more recent games I got was one made in Japan by Sega. And Sega made a game called Surfing. What a crazy game. So one of the guys that I became friends with in Japan said, I can help you get this game. He shipped it over. And I went Google because I'd never heard of these games, including the ones from Japan. And it plays different, plays very fast, but very fun. And I just kind of resigned myself to the fact that this museum will be like any other because, I may have an Addams Family and this game and that game, but no one's got the selection of these oddball games I got. So that to me really sets us apart. Plus, I have a whole row of games from the 30s.
Wow.
This is where pinball started in the games from the 30s.
The real pinballs.
You got it. And a lot of the games, so history tells you, that a lot of games actually started in Youngstown, Ohio, which is very close to where I live. So I've got 2 titles made in the Youngstown area. And what's so crazy is, I'm so crazy. When I get passionate about something, I lose my mind. I'm so crazy that now I'm collecting the games from the 30s. So, for you out there in Pinball Expo land, consider this. I hooked up with some guys at some of the other shows that collect the 30s games as well. And we decided to do a 1930s tournament at Pinball Expo this year.
Oh, cool.
So this is all pre-flipper games. I mean, it's just, a little nudge here and there. But we're going to have an area about 30 by 30 with a Persian rug, a leather couch in the back, one of those lights. It's got the lampshade that kind of hangs down. Yeah. And the whole idea is we're going to give it the feel of the 1930s, maybe an old Philco radio there in the back.
That is really cool.
And we're going to have trophies or plaques or whatever for the winners of the tournament. But we're doing that. We got so much stuff going on this year at Pinball Expo, guys, especially for those who have never been to it. I'm just telling you, if you're ever going to come to Pinball Expo, this is the year to come. This is the 40th. We've gone from a 60,000 square foot vending hall to 100,000 square foot. We're touring not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different factories. I mean, every factory in Chicago we're going to tour, which is the first time in the history of Expo. So this is the time to come, guys. And wow. Wednesday night is when we have our big party at Antarium. Antarium is like a Dave & Buster's. So they have all kinds of games there to play. And you'll get a card that's got a $25 value on it that you can play any game there on the floor for free because you'll get the card. But there's going to be food there, unlimited food, drinks, unlimited machines, and you're going to meet people, which is so cool about this hobby, from all over the world. And my favorite stories are those people that talk to a guy from Spain or France, and the next thing you know, they become bosom buddies. They're meeting together for lunch or dinner at Expo. And they make friendships, and that's what's so fun about Pinball Expo and about pinball in general.
And suddenly they're buying dozens of pinball tables and shipping them over to the U.S.
Well, hopefully they ship them to me. But
we got a couple questions here.
Sure.
One is, do you have Vern's World? I believe it's named Spinball. He's got it.
Yeah, and Spinball made a couple of different ones. Vern's World's one. Jolly Park was another one, and they made a third one. But speaking of that same question, the more I start digging into this industry, the more I start finding some things. So for those that are really into pinball, there's several games that came out of Australia. Hankin, I believe, was the manufacturer. And they made a game called Empire Strikes Back. And I reached out to a guy in Australia. I said, boy, I'd love to get this game and any others that this manufacturer made. He said, let me help you in your quest. So he finds Empire Strikes Back. He finds another Hankin game I'd never heard of called Is it Jaws? I believe so. Or Sharks, maybe, whatever it is. Maybe Sharks. I never heard of the game before. So one thing led to the other. I ended up buying both of them. And then he said, oh, by the way, Hankin made a total of 5 games. I said, 5 games? I'd never heard of it. So he said, I'm going to ship you 5 games from Hankin. You keep the ones you want, and the rest of them you can sell at Pinball Expo. Well, I'm just delighted is not the exact word for it. And he said, oh, by the way, I'm also shipping an extra Empire Strikes Back that I'm going to be selling at Pinball Expo. So guys, you got the scoop. All you guys who are collectors, especially of that Star Wars series, Empire Strikes Back, this is a chance to get this game. This game never is offered, very rarely.
Wow.
So that's that story. Next story. So I'm down in Florida. There's a pinball place called Little Shop of Pinball. And I'm talking to Marshall down there, and I'm telling him about my collection. They have all the different countries. He said, do you have any games from Brazil? I said, Brazil? No. So he said, well, I know a guy that collects the games from Taito. I said, you mean Tato? He said, no, we pronounce it Taito. I said, wow, no. So he gives me the guy's name. And he happened to be in Florida that day, so we hooked up for lunch. So we're talking, and he says, Taito made a ton of games. I said, you've got to be kidding. I never heard of them. Well, one of them was called, I keep calling it Shark or Jaws. It's one or the other. I think it's Shark. Yeah, Shark. And he said, let me help you find this game for your museum. And oh my God, great. So he finds that. He said, oh, by the way, let me suggest some other titles they made. Well, one thing led to the other. I ended up buying 5 titles from Taito. These are all coming from Brazil, guys. So they're shipping these games to the U.S., to the museum.
Awesome.
So I've made it my mission to find these old games, to find these really strange games. And even at Pinball Expo, I'm trying to get every manufacturer I can to come to Expo. We got Melvin Williams coming down. He's with, what do they call themselves? Help me out here, buddy. They're out of the Netherlands, but he purchased the locker and whatever was inside there from John Papaduke. And in one of the games in there was Alice of Wonderland. So he got the whitewood. It wasn't even a whitewood. It was more cardboard and foam of this layout. And he said, I am going to turn this into an actual game, and he is going to bring the game this year to Expo.
Wow.
So wow was right. So, all these cool things are happening. There's another company in France called Hexa, Hexa. I don't know much about them. I think every game is made to order. So I ordered a game from there. They've only made one title. They're making it as we speak, and that game will be on the floor at Expo. I mean, these are games you never see. But that's just a small example of what's going to happen at Pinball Expo this year. Being our 40th year, I've pulled all the stops. There are going to be so many surprises. I mean, it's going to blow your mind. You won't know where to start. And, if for those that have been to Pinball Expo the last couple of years, there's so much energy in that hall, so much positive energy. Everybody high-fiving and just enjoying themselves that it's just been a lot of fun for me just to see how the show's developed and develop into an international convention of pinheads, so to speak.
Well,
but it's all good and it's all fun.
I love what you're doing, focusing on the games that are the obscure, random games. That is right down my alley because I've played all the games. I'm looking for the games that I haven't played.
You haven't played, exactly right. Now listen, this year also we're going to have a very large presence on homebrew games. So
very cool.
Everyone, the 40th is a pretty nice milestone to have me experience it, and for the attendees this year to come, we're pulling all the stops, guys. We're going to make this show so spectacular that I'm not sure if you'll want to go home after it's all done.
You just want to buy a cotton curl up and stay.
Something like that, because it's just going to be so much fun, so much energy, and just so much love in the air. Pinball love.
We got another question here. How in the heck do you find parts for these machines?
Well, is it Michael or Mitchell? Mitchell. That's a great question. Thankfully, because I've been buying a lot of these games, sometimes I'll buy duplicates, sometimes by mistake, sometimes not. But honestly, sometimes it's just for that reason. Now, I have a guy that works for me at Tech that, I just scratched my head. He sees these European games and he digs right in like he's been working on these games forever. And he's able to figure them out. There are occasional stumpers, I have to admit. And sometimes I'll reach out to some of the people in Europe to see if they can help out with some, board repair or help me find some boards. But for the most part, and it's amazing, I have to admit, for the most part, we're getting all these games to work and they're working just fine.
Have you noticed really crazy differences, like voltage differences or metric versus standard, finding proper screws or proper light bulbs? What's some of the most difficult things to source for those machines?
Well, it's all of the above, but let's face it, the most difficult is a back glass. If you got one in bad shape, forget it. Where are you going to find it?
Yeah.
And also the plastics, the plastic bumper caps are unique in their own. Some are square shaped, so those are definitely hard to find. So we've done some 3D printing and some other, creative things just to try to make the games complete. Some of the foreign games I've noticed also are American titles. A lot of them are Gottlieb titles that they just redone the playfields. So those games I kind of stay away from because it's the same games we have in the States. It's just a different artwork. But
I can see somebody at some point utilizing your arcade to 3D scan all those components so we can replicate them at some point, because we're going to need to do that. These machines are only going to last so long, so they're going to have to do something like that, to keep them running.
It's interesting. Joe Camical came down to Pastimes about a month ago, and he just went up and down and just was awestruck by it. But when he was there, he called Gary Stern. He says, "Gary, you got to send your design team here because there's so many unique layouts and unique types of components that maybe they can get some ideas and take back, to the design team."
Definitely.
So, that was kind of cool to see that. But Roger Sharp's been down to our place now, and now Joe Camical. But the whole world is invited to the Pastimes Arcade, and we've had guys come from all over the U.S. as well as Europe. We've had a guy coming from Poland. Couldn't believe it. I had a guy coming from Germany. He said, "I just love pinball. I just got into pinball. I work for the airlines, and I think I can get a flight to Cleveland, and just for the night, I'd like to come down." I said, "Heck yeah." Well, the guy was like a kid in a candy store. He went crazy. So, pinball is just fun, and the arcade is fun. And to see it, guys, you won't believe it because it's like going back in the time tunnel just to see some of these games.
I would love to see them. I've recently, in the last couple of years, have a real fun appreciation for the EM tables. I just love how basic they are, but how ridiculously complicated the wiring is to do all the math. There's no computers, so how smart was that back then? That is so cool to see that. And then to have the 30s tables that are just pins in a table and a ball goes up and drops down, and then to see it to where it is today. I mean, it's just the world of pinball is so amazing, and it's so cool to see it how it shaped to where it is now. At Pinball Expo, I've noticed that there's a couple of companies now that are making DIY pinball kits. Do you have any of those guys there?
I'd like to know who they are, because I'll make sure they are there. I mean, I know the homebrew guys, but I'm not sure. I mean, Aaron Davis would be there from Fast Pinball, and I mean, he has his product, but I'm not sure what who you're speaking of or what products.
I'd have to look it up again, but I just saw just the other day. There's a company that has a whole kit that you can make your own pinball table, and then they give you all the components, and you would drill your own holes, and they give you ramps, all this different stuff to make your own pinball table. It looks really cool, like a professional table. Not just you fall in his garage slapping stuff together. It looks like it could be a real thing. So I'm really interested. I'm amazed that they're not there. Maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. But yeah, I'll find their information and send that to you for sure.
You know, we have the vendors that come to our show hit the gamut from A to Z. So whether you need parts, books, supplies. I just had a guy reach out to me today from Italy, and this guy makes custom pinball aprons. And let me tell you something, if anyone saw the game I had last year, Radical by Bally, there was one of his custom aprons on there, and they are beautiful. And I just talked to him on the phone today. He says, I'm bringing down 120 aprons to sell at Expo. And if you come to the show, guys, you'll blow your mind. They are so beautiful. But he's coming from Italy, and there's another guy coming from Italy. He sold me the Radical they had on the floor last year. This guy, I don't know what he does, if he sits there all day and polishes these parts. But this guy's games just pop, and that's not even a word. And he informed me he's bringing a scared stuff that he's going to sell at the show. All the parts are so over the top. As we used to say, they're rad, R-A-D, rad, radical, because his games looks fantastic. So he'll be there as well selling games. This is what's so cool about Pinball Expo. You know, we have guys that don't come to your normal shows, but they come to Expo, and our international crowds, it's well over the hundreds that are coming this year. So the word's getting out about pinball and about Pinball Expo, and the number of people coming from all over the world is, to me, is even astonishing.
Awesome. Well, Rob, I appreciate your time tonight, my friend. Guys, go check out Pastimes Pinball and Video Arcade. Where is that located, Rob?
It's in Girard, Ohio, which is just outside of Youngstown. So if you were to fly there, you would fly to either Cleveland or Pittsburgh, and it'd be about an hour and 15-minute drive to the arcade. Now, the arcade's only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. And then the Pinball Expo, October 15th through the 19th, coming up, guys, couple months. Make sure you are there.
Now, let me mention one more thing, the VGS, the Video Game Summit. So there's going to be probably 30 or 40 vendors just selling the video games. And this is more, this is, like I said earlier, this is more for my son, but we're trying to merge the two groups together. And the video guys are becoming more and more. You see them in all the shows. The Midwest Gaming, they have them there at that show. So you're seeing these guys more and more. And it's all part of gaming and all part of amusement, and all part of the fun of having a good time with the games, with the pinballs, with everything. And I talked to Marco, by the way, today, and Marco's planning a big layout too. I mean, these people come to the show. It's just crazy how typically they'll get like a 10 by 10 booth or 10 by 20. Well, this year I want to get a 20 by 30 or a 30 by 30.
Wow.
I mean, people are just losing their mind this year. I mean, they are really getting into the spirit of Pinball Expo. So
awesome.
I hope your listeners will consider, if they're on the fence, they would think about coming, because this is going to be the year to come.
There you go. You heard it right there. It's growing every single year. Somehow it's just knocking it out of the park. He's killing it. Thank you so much, Rob. I appreciate you, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate you reaching out to me, and have a great night for everybody out there in pinball land.
Thanks. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it.
Awesome, guys. What a cool guy. What an amazing couple businesses he's got going. I mean, how awesome. This is something I've got to go to. This is right down my alley. I love games I've never played, and this looks like something that I would unfortunately be at for days. My wife would kill me, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. How far is? I gotta figure this one out, guys. This is definitely a road trip. We're definitely doing this. Maybe do an old school gamer road trip. We all meet up. What do you guys think of that? I'm down with something like that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our challenge. Let's see here. Yeah, weekly tournament roundup, guys. Our pals over the Arcade High Score Challenge Club. We have new challenges now. It's a new month. Popping, they dropped them early for us so we could get a couple extra days in, but the arcade challenges this month is Phoenix, Mappy, Truxton, Continental Circus, and Matt Mania. The pinball challenges of the month are Theater of Magic and Junkyard. Atari 2600 challenges this month is Millipede and Miss Pac-Man. So get in on those. And they use the iScored system like everybody. Even Rob there. I looked on his website there for the pinball, or for pastimes, and they use iScored as well. You know what's funny? I was talking to him. I said, man, I've followed pastimes for years. And he says, well, we have our first anniversary coming up. And it's like, oh, holy crap. Well, who have I been following? I think what it is they have so much content that I think they've been around for years. I mean, you look at the setup, you look at everything, you're like, okay, these guys have been there for 20 years or something. 1 year? Unbelievable. How in the hell is the guy's got it going on? That's all I can tell you. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. But anyway, there you go. There's the Arcade High Score Challenge Club challenges. Get in on those. Our pals over at Retro Games Fun. We got some fun challenges this week. Every Wednesday, they pick 3 different games for us to vote on. The game that has the highest votes wins for the weekend challenge. We are voting on Kickle Cubicle. Never heard of that one. Block Out Genesis. We actually used this one for a Guess the Game a couple weeks ago. And Krusty's Super Fun House. I don't know. Krusty's Super Fun House. That looks pretty fun, right? But I think I might do better on Block Out because I have more experience on it. I don't know. Good question. I don't know which one I'm going to vote on yet, but we're going to pick one soon. Our pal Anthony over at Arcade Paradise. Go hang out on his page. He's always doing something cool and fun in the retro gaming world. You like hanging out with him. And our pals, Raskler and Shotgun Sean over at That Gaming Show every Tuesday. They've always got something fun going on, playing games, talking games. That's what they do. It's what they live. Love those boys. And our pals Brad Brooklyn and Herb Wars have started a sweet new show called The Evercadians. And I think that they've done something great here because I've always thought that the Evercade needed a little more love, and these boys went ahead and spread it. So very, very cool. Go check them out. I think it's right out. No, actually, Brad's show is right after my show, Arcade Talk. And I don't really know when the Evercadians airs, but go check out their YouTube channel and you will learn that. Go hang out with us over at the new Neo Turf Masters Clubhouse on Facebook. If you are into golfing, if you're into video game golfing or real golfing, check us out. It's an absolute blast over there. All right, let's get to it. I've been dreading this. Here he is. Of course. Here we go. Kevbot, you're down with a meetup? Herb says it's 7 hours away, but I'd meet up. Great guy. Hey, Herb, if you're in front of a computer, do me a favor. See how far Rogers, Arkansas is from pastimes and let me know. Because I can't look it up right now. But see how far it is. That'd be really cool to know. Because I'm telling you guys, if there's ever a place to meet up, that's it, right? I mean, this is down our alley. Well, you're okay. Just hold on a second. Let's see what happens here. It might not be so great after a second here. Let me get this loaded. All right. Full screen. Let's get my ugly face off of there. All right. First challenge of the week. We're going to go back and visit our Super Turrican. And I don't even want to reveal this, but I'm going to. Our lout friend, Greg. Look at him. He just had to absolutely destroy my score. Couldn't just slip by, take it easy on me. He'd absolutely destroy it. I thought I had this thing in the bag. I thought I was top dog. But no. Oh no, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Mitchell says 5 hours from him. Okay. Guys, this is looking like something we could do. And I know Mr. Jer's up there. 6 is out on the Arizona way, so that's going to be a heck of a run for him. I know that. Play my Space Invaders Giant Slayer, the 25. Okay. We'll pull it up here in a little bit. Yeah, you did. Real hot shot. All right, this is first challenge. Remind me, Jeremiah. Don't let me forget that, okay? That could happen. But here we go. I'm playing this thing right now. And don't expect excellence, because once again, I'm on my Bluetooth controller here. Uh-oh. See, this is the perfect way out. I mean, Sacro has the key. That's the key right there. If the wife has family in Ohio, he has a free trip. This is unbelievable. All right. Sacro's there. This could be something, guys. So then we got to figure out a good date. All right, let me focus on this. There was a counter for the gems. So you don't know how many you have. You're supposed to collect them all. So here you go. Here's how you get up here. No, not like that. Get up there. All right, like that. That's how you get up there. Come on. Yeah, so we kind of figured out what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to collect every one of those gems there. So you got to go around the entire map and collect all the gems. Come on. Okay. 13 hours. Yeah, that's a run, but I mean, that's worth it. I'd do even farther for trade shows. So you get the freeze ray too. Come on. So that's kind of your safe bet there. Oh man, I ain't doing worth crap. I'm not going to be able to beat that score tonight. There's no way.
One off.
So I think the only way to get that one is I got to fall down from the top to get that.
Power up.
All right, let me go back up here. Ah. Come on, get up there, liver lips. Oh yeah, do that. Do exactly that. All right. Power up. All right, and there's that where I got to drop down. Oh! So yeah, don't hit jump and fire at the same time, or that will happen. Let's get back up there. Shh. At least got that. I'm telling you. Get up there. All right. Okay, let's do this now. Say that loud. Oh yeah. Secret room? What's he yapping about? Under me?
Power up.
Oh, I missed the jump. All right, hold on a second. Let me go up top here. Got a long way to go here. Get it. Oh man. Well, that's my last. I think Greg might have this one, guys. I don't know. This isn't gonna beat. I'll tell you that much. It's gonna be anywhere close. All right. I'm disappointed. He did such an amazing freaking score. Let's pull it up one more time here. 566 is the score to beat this week. He has absolutely climbed to the top. Mikey, where's Mikey? Where's KevBot at? I need somebody to absolutely show this lout who's boss around here. We can't let him be fluffing around, peacocking around. It's absolutely out of hand. All right, second challenge of the Challenge Chase Triple Threat for this week. Oh, that first, I'm telling you, 566. Can we beat that? I got to play on the fire tablet where I have zero lag. It's my only chance. All right, second challenge, guys. We are moving over here to the Space Invaders laser accuracy. Keep calm and make sure those trigger happy fingers are steady as you ward off another group of invaders while making every shot count. All right, we got one life. Hit an alien or UFO with each shot. Shit. All right, here we go. Don't mess up, it says. All right. Looks like we're gonna go a little late here tonight, guys. So strap in. Try not to go too long here. I know Brad's got his show. Oh, I missed a shot. So that's it. Hilarious. So you can't miss a shot at all. All right, we're doing that again. All right. Now I get it. All right. We give her one more chance here. One more run. All right, I'm aiming for the first ones here. That shot at the UFO really threw me. Look at that. How'd I never mind. It's one of those nights. One of those nights. My best score. Horrible. All right, come on now. So you guys are distracting me. I know your game. I know what you're up to. You guys are smart. Oh no! I can't get past 2. Mr. Jared's over there pulling out his hair. He can't handle it. Teddy, what's up, dude? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm used to being able to miss a couple of shots. Yeah, it's kind of coming and getting me there, isn't it? Well, I'm gonna give her one more chance here. Come on now, come on. That's one thing about the answering challenges. They are very, very unforgiving. I've always been like that. Maybe I aim at a different row. Should I do that? Should I try a different row? We're giving it one more chance. Here we go. One more run. And I'm aiming at a different row this time. Forget the second row. We're going to go like in the middle here. Here we go. This is going to help. Because they're moving pretty slow right now. Can I get him? Yes! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, it didn't count against me hitting that shot. That's interesting. Uh-oh. I finally got the hang of it. Unless I say I do, and that, and there you go. That's the end of it. There you go. 17. Let's get back. Where is it? Laser accuracy. 17. What happened? I didn't score it. Let's go back here. Leaderboard. There it is. 17. Following. Anybody play it yet? Yep. Oh, look at him. 21. 21. And he says he had 5. You're shooting where I was not, where I was going to. Yeah, right? Where is all my Rush mixtape? You need some Rush mixtapes, huh? We'll hook you up. All right, let's go ahead. Boy, I want to run that one more time, but we're running so low on time. All right, that's going to be our challenge for the night on that one. 17, but I'm sure you guys can beat that. You know what we'll do? Where's our... Let's see here. Where's Jeremiah? Space Invaders Giant Challenge, he says. Giant Slayer. Is it this one? Yep. All right. This will be our third challenge chase on the threat tonight. Go and play the Giant Slayer challenge that Jeremiah put up, okay? That's what we'll do. So that'll be cool. That'll be interesting. So the third challenge chase triple threat is Jeremiah Thompson's Space Invaders Giant Slayer. So get in on that. Let's see what happens here.
Giant Slayer.
Let's get this comment off of there. Shoot lower ones. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We'll play it again. All right. Here we go. I got to beat 25 aliens, it looks like. So here we go. that was close. That was really close. So I got to be 25, man. I don't know. I do not know. All right. I'm going to bust this out. All right, that was close. Oh. So you got stupid and tried to shoot the UFO. Where am I at? 20? Ah! Yes! All right, so we're there. No! Boy, I am telling ya. Oh, that was so close. Ah! Well, I threw my hat in the ring on it. I threw 25 down. Can you guys beat 25? I don't know how that works. I don't know what happens on that, man. But there you go. 25 is the score to beat on that one. Every day in 5th grade, except that one day my eyes were bleeding. Yeah, that'll get you. All right, there you go. There's a challenge chase. Let's and I was also able to play his Giant Slayer all in one swoop there. So we got it knocked out. Greg says his highest 44. Holy crap! I'm not even read it. I don't care. All right, challenge battle. Let's see what challenges I got sent over to me here. See what it looks like. Let's see here. We got a centipede. That's gonna be tough. Wow, we got guys. All right, we got a handful of them. Let's see what we got. Centipede. Check out, girl. Thank you so much for sending the challenge over. With only one life, rack the score up as high as you can. Well, all right. Wish I had a trackball, but this will be interesting. I do have the analog stick, which works pretty good, I guess. Going honestly, this actually works pretty good. All right, now I got to remember how to play Centipede. Yeah, I gotta get these mushrooms out of here. That's right. Yeah, I'm fixing to get really jammed up here. Ah. Yeah. The mushrooms were jamming me up, and then I just couldn't shoot them fast enough. Oh, barely beat her. Look at that. All right, I got a 1-0 tonight. Let's see what's next. 1-0 right now. Space Invaders again. Let's play Centipede again. I want to do that one again. Looks like Greg and the girl were playing Centipede, huh? Let's see what I can do here. I can do better than that. It's been a while since I played Centipede, and I haven't played it on anything but a trackball, so you've got to be kidding me. There you go. Well, I made it real easy. Hold on. No way. I'm so glad that was recorded. That is so freaking hilarious. How did I win? That's so hilarious. That is the ultimate win right there. That was an epic win. There you go. Greg totally epically beat that Turrican score. Who cares about that? Ain't nothing. All right, let's see what we got here. Another Space Invaders score. This must be where the 44 comes into play. All right, bottlenose. Let's see here. 44, huh? He thinks he's a real hot shot with 44. I don't care about 44. That doesn't impress me. There you go. How you like that? Oh, that was close. Oh, no. Look at that. Oh, they're acting funny. Well, you're looking funny. How about that? 44. So that's where his 44 was. There you go. He got me. Absolutely destroyed me like usual. Greg is a heck of a player, I'll tell you. All right, what do we got here? Armored Scrum. I love this game. This is a fun one. From our pal Andy, thank you so much for sending the challenge. Destroy incoming enemies and score as much as you can without losing a life. See what I can do. See what I can do here. So long it lasts. Okay. I really need some speed here. I don't think I've ever built this machine all the way up. What the hell happened? What happened there? That's never happened before. Do you guys know what happened there? It said like a warp or something. That was weird. So what happens? I guess my machine's upgraded now. Yeah, I guess I got 2 shots now, huh? Oh no! Let's see. Did I win? Oh, I think so. Yep. Boy, Andy. Sorry, man. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to beat you that bad. Appreciate you sending that in, though. All right, another one from Checkout Girl. Millennium Falcon, another F4 fan. All right, awesome. Strikers 1999, right? Like this one. As you know, while I'm playing, guys, fire it up and play along. See if you can beat my score live. And if you want to send me some new challenges, go ahead and feel free to do that. We will. They stack up, and we can play them next week. So, and also throughout the week, send me challenges throughout the week, and we will play them live on the show here. I knew I should have kept going right. And my bombs, too, man. The bombs. I always am so stingy with the freaking bombs. Well, anyway, Checkout Girl, I beat you on that one. I totally forget my count now. I don't even know. Let's see what our next challenge is here. We'll do one more, then we'll move on to our retro game. Let's see here. 8 Eyes. We haven't played 8 Eyes in a long time. Starting in Spain, collecting as many points as possible. Will you stay in one castle, collect points, or retrieve the jewels and move to the next location? I don't know. What will I do? Uh-oh. This better not be a long, drawn-out thing. This is Castlevania. What? I don't think I'm going to last very long. What is this, Jason? Jason's door? How do... Interesting. I thought 8 Eyes was a different game. I guess I'm got mixed up with a different game. That guy's just swinging for the fences. You see that? Try not getting hit. Yeah, that might help, huh? What the heck? I have projectiles sometimes. Get over here. I can't reach you. Get over here. Get up there. We got guys with nightsticks here. Yeah, it's got the exact same. Oh, the exact same mechanics as Castlevania. Trying to climb up stairs. But if I remember correctly, you can't attack when you're climbing up stairs on Castlevania, so at least this gives you that. You whipped. So, like, that's supposed to be some sort of projectile or something. Huh. 7,400 points. Let's see here. Did I win? No, Sacro, look at that. Barely skirted by. Unbelievable. Barely skirted by. All right. Well, guys, appreciate everybody hanging out. Let's slide on over to the Retro World Series and see what they got going on. Next place you can see them is coming up very soon at the Southeast Game Exchange in Greenville, South Carolina, July 6th through the 7th. If you want to play retro gaming in a competitive atmosphere, the highest level, this is where you can do it. Let's go check out our pals, Sariento 2 and Corn Dog, on a game that I absolutely loved on PlayStation 2. When this thing came out, I thought this game was before its time. Here you go. Check it out. So there you go, guys. There is an epic battle on Battlefront 2. Congratulations to Sirento 2 for winning that epic Capture the Flag. And once again, if you guys want to check out Retro World Series, go check them out July 6th through the 7th through Greenville, South Carolina, Southeast Game Exchange. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's always a blast hanging out with you guys. I love it. Thank you so much. It helps me. I'll tell you that much. I hope it helps you a little bit in your day, in your week, in your month, and help you release a little stress and relax a little bit by playing some games with me. And if there's any games that you want to play, let me know. Hit me up during the week. I'm always doing stuff, but I'm always looking for reasons to not do stuff too. So hit me up. I've been known to play a couple of games here and there. So I love you guys, and I will see everybody. Not next week. We're not going to do a full show, but we're going to do something. I'm going to do some sort of a challenge or something next week. But the week after that, we got Paul Niemeyer. It's confirmed. He's scheduled. He's ready to go. So the week after next, Paul Niemeyer. Then the week after that, we're going to do an Arcade High Score Challenge Club centric episode. So get ready to get all kinds of fun stuff planned. And also the Polycades can be showing up any day as well. So all kinds of fun stuff popping in the old school gamer world. Once again, thank you guys, and I'll see everybody next week in some sort of form or fashion. You guys have a great one.
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, and I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Old School Gamer Magazine now has twice the content, with new columns on retro gaming, arcades, retro computers, indie publishing, and a ton more. Plus gaming history, memories, and modern excitement in every issue. Find out when conventions are happening and what you might have missed at others around the country. Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. If you aren't in the U.S., take a look at our digital options or the new print on demand through Amazon. This massively expanding magazine is all yours in print and digital for just $50 a year in the U.S., $75 in Canada, or digital-only subscriptions, including all of our back issues for just $20 a year. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka!